Pace. DVS enemy. Grouping.
Yeah, hey, this is LBIP, Blind Guy Doing Stuff, and we are doing a review of a new release by DVS Enemy, Dunklewissenschaft. I'm probably saying that wrong later. Let's check in with Google, see how they say it.
DVS enemy ODS 20. DVS enemy Dunklewissenschaft 10-track DJ promo not.
So this is a 10-track album that is coming out, or is already out, and some really good tunes on that. We're going to be going through that. Let's see if we can find it. Hold on one second.
Window ODS
Dunklewissenschaft.
Dunklewissenschaft. So that is German for detected. DVS Enemy had a recent release that came out towards the beginning of the year that is sort of based on some Japanese artwork. I'll do a review of that one of these days. A really good release too. So now he's going over to Germany. Be interesting to see where around the world he goes next. I know DVS Enemy, he does a show, Dark Science Electro, and he likes to do different theme mixes, and he'll do different mixes from around the world, different countries.
DVS enemy Dunklewissenschaft 10-track DVS enemy.
So the name of this tune is Accomplices. Kind of gets the theme of the album going pretty good. Some nice synth, some good sounds going with this tune. And another German sound titled song. I did not translate this title. Let's go on to the next tune.
Now playing.
All right, a little more deeper, guttier sort of 808 going on with this. With a really good wide variety of electro on this release. Let's take a listen to this. So you can find this over at Bandcamp.
DVS enemy Dunklewissenschaft.
Dunklewissenschaft.
I'll get it eventually. So over at Bandcamp, you can find the release and other places too, but this is a good hub to find a lot of good electro. A lot of artists have gone to Bandcamp. I personally really like Bandcamp. It's really easy to use. It's a pretty accessible site. I don't have any kind of problems with using Bandcamp as far as accessibility.
Windows Media DVS enemy Dunklewissenschaft DVS enemy Death Ray not MP3 4 of 11.
Let's check out this next one, Death Ray.
Now playing.
Yeah, the previous release was based in the Japanese theme, a little more mellow, a little more low-key. DVS really comes out a little heavier in this release. I know he's updated some of his equipment and synth and stuff, so he's really coming out a lot of good sounds in this. A little more urgent sound with this release, Detected, the title of the release. An obvious, there's a lot of things to be detected right now, so kind of a broad theme release, but the tunes are really on point as far as keeping the vibe going.
DVS enemy Dunklewissenschaft 10-DVS enemy Ghosts of Detroit not M.
Next up, we got a tune called Ghosts of Detroit. I'm gonna let this one play for a minute. Yeah, thanks, by the way, to DVS Enemy for sending this promo over. We do appreciate it. Nice, good drum kick on this tune.
Now playing.
So this is Ghost of Detroit. Kind of expect a certain kind of sound going on with this. Obviously, reference back to some Detroit techno, Detroit electro. Lots of interesting stuff coming out of Detroit right now. DJ Godfather, and there's a new Exaltics collaboration coming out soon with Gerald Donald, the Doppler Effect, so keep an eye out for that.
DVS Enemy Dunklewissenschaft. DVS Enemy means of production.mp.
Kind of reminds me of some late 1990s electro sounds. Next up, we have a tune called Means of Production.
Now playing.
I played this on my show last month. Really good heavy tune here. Nice 808 kick. Has some nice growly synth kind of kick in.
DVS Shadow C Dweller.mp. Window Dunklewissenschaft R DVS Enemy Dunklewissenschaft.
You can see my cart there on Bandcamp. Need to buy that stuff.
DVS Enemy Ashton.
Some pretty good stuff coming out lately in electro.
DVS Enemy Ashton Dunklewissenschaft by DVS Enemy R3.
So you can go to SoundCloud and find this release. I'll have that in the preview there. So take a look at that. It has some probably longer previews of the tunes. As I said, this tune is really got a really sort of heavy, more urgent sound to it. Means of production, obvious reference to socialism, I'm guessing. A lot of discussion right now going on about the means of production. We got the CHOP going on up here in Seattle. Really interesting dynamic. I live about 50 miles south of Tacoma, in Tacoma, Washington, from the CHOP. I think I've been to that neighborhood before. I think I actually might have saw Silicon Scally right there in that neighborhood on Capitol Hill many years ago. I don't get up there too often, but it's just Seattle. It's kind of like that. There's been occupations all the time. I was listening today about an occupation that happened that I'd never even heard of. There's a lot of stuff up here that happens that would be a little different from what people might be used to.
DVS Enemy Dunklewissenschaft. DVS Enemy Kiss Distance Stop. Now playing. DVS Shallow Sea.
Oops, I think I skipped a tune. We'll go back to it. Shallow Sea Dwellers. So I skipped on to
Skip Distance Stop MP3.
Skip Distance, but I'll go back to Shallow Sea Dwellers. Sorry about that. But yeah, back to the CHOP. They got a guy. They just sampled a guy that's hanging out down there in a tent, saying he's there until the government falls, and there's no more government exploiting people. And they're playing that cut all over all the internet and everything. But really, the chop is all about Black Lives Matter, and that is what it's all about. And they don't want to leave until they decide not to go back to police. They want the police out of that police precinct that they took over, and that's it. All the other stuff that's coming there, the Burning Man atmosphere, the farmers markets, the campers and everything, that's all just Seattle stuff. They do that stuff all the time around here. Hemp Fest, they occupied a park up there for 6 months and then started Hemp Fest. And then they, this is one of the first towns took on that Occupy movement. They had an Occupy here in Tacoma. I know the people that put it on. They just regular people that doing what they do up here in Washington, which is kind of crazy stuff. There is a lot of socialist underpinnings up here, but there's a lot of right wingers. There's a lot of Proud Boys. There's a lot of Nazis, real deal Nazis, Attawappen up here. So, the chop is just a thing, but it's really all about Black Lives Matter. So, kind of got off on a sidetrack there. Sorry about that. So this is Skip Distance. I like this tune. It has a nice contemplative feel to it.
Shallow Sea Dweller.mp3.
So let's check out this Shallow Sea Dweller.
Now playing.
Shallow Sea Dweller. I don't know if you've noticed, there's been a lot of reference back to sort of the watery depths of electro. That goes all the way back to Drexciya, sort of the founders of sort of the modern day electro movement, and some Detroit godfathers of electro.
DVS NM Skip 30-6.mp3.
They so a lot of stuff has kind of gone back to talking about the sea, and then you have the Tech Marine bottom feeders, which, by the way, that will be our next review, be the Tech Marine bottom feeders. They have another release. Played a tune off of that last show, Squeaky Posse. We'll be reviewing that, some other stuff, so check that out. But I've noticed them in the reviews in a lot of places, even other artists, they're starting to use underwater sea terminology and things like that. So that's really interesting. And there was a re-release or a release of a Drexciya comic book out there, so check that out. Or is it it's like a graphic novel.
Windows Media DBS enemy #Dunklewissenschaft DBS enemy #Dunklewissenschaft by DBS enemy free listening on South Dunklewissenschaft translate.
Dunkle Wissenschaft. Dunkle Wissenschaft. Dunkle Wissenschaft.
Sorry about that. I was trying to make an effect on the voice, but the voice is running in the same place the music is, so it doesn't work.
Dunkle Wissenschaft.
DBS enemy done DBS enemy thought 30-6.mp39 of it thought crimes.mp.
Thought Crimes. Let's check this thing out.
Now playing.
Kind of gets into the whole fake news thing and who has the right to tell people what the truth is. Thought Crimes. It's a lot of movies, Clockwork Orange, a lot of different stuff based on this idea of the thought crime. A lot to do with 1984, that book, which I honestly I've never read, and I don't know if I ever will read it. I saw a cut of that the other day. I saw somebody cut and paste something off of that, and it just sounded kind of to me when I saw that excerpt from it. Just sounded to me like anti-Russia propaganda, honestly, when I saw it. So anti-communist, it's something about the state this whole idea that it's going to be run by the state and this kind of things. You know, that did happen, but I'm not into propaganda. But you know, Mark Zuckerberg, he's decided he's going to be the guy holding us true with the thought crimes. You got Twitter too, they kind of stepping up, telling people what to do as far as what to post. They telling Trump that his posts are violent. When you got the police out there shooting people, like, oh, okay, Twitter.
Togetheralone.mp311.
So we got one more tune on this, Together Alone. Really great release here. Dunklewissenschaft. Hit me up in the comments and tell me how bad my German is.
Dunklewissenschaft.
My mom's side of the family is German. From Ohio.
Dunklewissenschaft.
Windows Media Player DVS enemy thought togetheralone.mp311 of 11. Now playing.
Oh yeah, this is the only down-tempo tune on this release. It's actually perfect going out tune. Real heavy on the keys there.
DVS enemy Dunklewissenschaft.
So check out DVS Enemy
Dunklewissenschaft.
out on, I didn't catch the label on this, but it is out now. So check that out.
Dunklewissenschaft.
German for detect. Lots of things to detect right now.
Dunklewissenschaft.
That's your word of the day. All right, we're about to get out of here on this review. Thank you to DVS Enemy for letting us review.
Dunklewissenschaft.
Really great release here. Some nice solid electro, sort of in that sort of Detroit vein. I'm trying to think of a description. It's sort of in the Crowbot vein. It's just this vein of good solid electro. All futuristic, all very heavily synth. Got the 808 in it, of course. Always new sounds coming in electro. So we're gonna fade this out. Always great to see new releases coming out. DVS Enemy, based out of Colorado. So thanks again for letting us review this, and thanks again for checking this out. Our next review is going to be Tech Marine bottom feeders, and then we have some more coming after that. So be ready. Blind Guy doing stuff.